Hey everybody, welcome to the Torah Matinee Shir. Like always, this is a special occasion. This one is especially special because I've been way offline for a really long time, maybe 8 weeks now, more. I've been all over the South Coast and also in San Luis Obispo County. In San Luis Obispo County, I was doing beach conservation. I was being a wilderness advocate, and so what that entailed is cleaning up, uh, you know, cleaning up beaches, restoring them to pristine state, um, trimming trees, erasing fire pits, planting plants, erasing trails, picking up shit paper, basically just cleaning up the world, making a difference as one person can. And then when I get back to civilization, particularly tourists, I talk to them and I tell them what they need to know about wilderness experiences. And people have a lot of questions, and I'm glad to share my experience with them. It's just been incredibly awesome, and I left Carpaforo. I was doing a lot of really important work there. Um, Planted a giant sequoia tree. Probably got eaten now. But then one of my friends came by there and said, it's time for you to go, and he took me up to Rigdon, where where I did a lot of spring work and a lot of cleanup work, and I was noticed there, and ended up at the South Coast, Big Sur proper, and I've been about, I don't know, 4 weeks maybe here on the South Coast near Plaskett Creek, and I'm working, you know, uh, on private property. I have a permission barge to camp as long as I work, and it's just really bitching to have a camp that I don't get kicked out of. And I'll show you this camp in a little while. It's the best camp I've ever had. My life is better than it's ever been. Um, I spent Rosh Hashanah in this camp. I didn't have a moxer, um, and I don't know that I'll ever have a minion again. Um, or hear laning, or really any of the communal things. A Suda, I was able to make a Kiddush for all of my friends. The Rosh Hashanah Kiddush was especially beautiful this year. And the second night, it also had the Hamabdil prayer. And my friends are all, non-Jews, but they're young people and they're interested, and they certainly let me be a Jew. They're glad that I don't proselytize. They're also glad that they don't have a crazy religion like I do. Um, but I do have a religion, and I love my religion, and I've used it as a path toward toward great spiritual growth, and I'm really grateful for Judaism in my life. At Rosh Hashanah time, um, I had to make some very important decisions about how I'm going to continue forward. We have a tradition that we receive all of our Parnassa for the upcoming year at Rosh Hashanah time. And the way I like to explain it is it's kind of like pitching your business plan. And if you have a proven track experience that you can pull off the things that you're proposing, and that they're realistic and in line God's will, for your life, and if we approach life honestly, uh, that a person can have confidence at Rosh Hashanah time. Um, People who looked at my year last year, they would think, "Wow, David, you had a really hard year, and I had a divorce, I had homelessness, I certainly had a pandemic." I sheltered in place in third ex-wife's garage. It was super humiliating, and I was frustrated. Had a run-in with the police. So I have a court date coming up November 10th on Saphir's birthday, and so I left Monterey, a one-way trip, and I figured my work was done there, and it is. And so it's Rosh Hashanah time, and I'm confident that my efforts last year were sufficient to continue the abundant blessings that I find myself in. I've learned how to live in the most streamlined manner really possible. Um, I exist purely on gifts and generosity of my friends. Um, Everything I need comes walking up the canyon, and things I don't even know I need. I'm surrounded by musicians who just make incredibly beautiful music, and as a Hasid, I'm filled with melodies as well. And so I've had to throw off many of my rituals, but I've held on to the Masorah, and I'm very much a halachic Jew. Um, my head is in the heavens most all the time, and I work very hard with my hands. Um, you can't really see it, but yeah. Also, a lot of rock climbing. Um, on my birthday, I did a first ascent down at the waterfall. So for my birthday, I got a crag, and the climb is called Birthday Birthday. And you wrap down through a waterfall, and then you climb up some slabs. Um, it's totally bitching. The bottom of the rappel, you end up standing in a pond. Uh, Nice climb. Right next to it is just a massive head wall. Wow, I've been looking at that thing. It's got some cleaning. Big Sur's pretty loose, but the climbing here in the creek is top notch. And I'll show you a climb that I'm working on in a little while. So Rosh Hashanah was excellent, and I'm on a real spiritual high. The 10 days of Teshuvah, um, feeling pretty solid. This year, I'm really trying to minimize myself inside myself, and reach just a true humility um, befitting my station in life. I turned 60 this year, zikneh, right? I'm an elder, and basically what that means is speak when appropriate, and say what's necessary, and leave the internal dialogue internal. In this way, um, when people need help understanding things, they can ask me. Otherwise, I'm really trying to reduce the words coming out of my mouth this year. Last year, I was at the tail end of counsel, the period of life that Perky Abbott refers to in your 50s. And through that, I passed through the 30s and the 40s also, right? Chachma, Bina, Da'at, right? There was some knowledge, there was some wisdom, um, some understanding, um, the ability to give counsel. Now I'm Zikneh. Um, and so So I find myself in a position where I'm surrounded by young people who need an elder, and so it's working out real well. Um, Looks like the South Coast is a place where I fit right in. We hug each other during the pandemic. Nobody wears masks. Yeah, it's wonderful, and life is very very good. Okay, so not much else to say about Rosh Hashanah. Um, so let me show you my camp. Okay, so this camp is for sure the best camp ever. It's truly fantastic. And so I wonder if yeah, I'll just walk around and show you some things. So the Big Agnes tent, Big Agnes sleeping bag. Oh, yeah. Um, wow. Okay. I've been sweeping out the redwoods in the forest. I reveal the bottom of the trees. I think the bottom of the trees are excellent, and so that's what I do. Um, I come up through from the forest. The house is down below. Really good friends. Super stoked to be in the situation I'm in. Um, I mucked out this creek, so it just looks really really good now. And I'm climbing on this crag here. That's Child of God. I'm doing a trad lead on self belay. I've been up there 3 or 4 times, and I couldn't get any gear in the thin part there in the middle. It's kind of flared, so I have to do a kind of a scary unprotected move. But I think I'll be able to get some nuts in before I get up to that 2-finger pocket there, which is the crux. I climbed it on a self-belayed top rope system, and that was real good. Over on the left here is the arete. Haven't done the arete yet. I haven't even touched it. I'm saving it for just an on-site gear lead. I think that'll take pro, and then up above there's some more aretes and crazy stuff in the forest. I tied off to one of those trees there and did some cleaning. And to get up there, I came up this gully over here, which was crazy, like mountaineering. It was like climbing the Mount Matterhorn. It was super loose and scary. Um, I didn't expect that. And up the canyon, haven't gone real far that way. There's about an hour up, apparently there's a really nice open spot. I've made it as far as the edge of the property here. There's a sign that says um, private property, trespassers will be shot. And so this is a permission barge, and so pretty stoked about that. Um, so life is really, really good for me. And so at Rosh Hashanah time, I think it's important to remember what makes life good, and how we can keep life good. And I suppose the main message I'd like to give is the only thing that makes our lives not good is thinking they're not. To compare your life to imaginary things, um, that can't help you. And so instead, I'd like everybody to keep their focus on the bitchin' things in your life, and to be stoked about all the goodness, um, and through the happiness, through the gratitude, can come the meaning and the purpose, and 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 all of the wonders. And so my blessing for everybody then on this Rosh Hashanah time is that you be able to keep your focus on all the wonderful and good things, and that you can remember that that life is full of blessings and full of wonder. And my blessing for you then at this Rosh Hashanah time is that you can find your purpose and meaning and have incredible relevance in every moment, and have only good things. And so, hooray. So life is very good for me. Um, Next year in Jerusalem. Hag Sameach, and maybe subscribe for a good life. Bye.